Good Monday morning, meaties. How y'all doing? Shout out to that one crappy guy for being the first one in the chat this morning. Thanks for being on the ball. That was pretty not crappy of you, that one crappy guy. Good to see it. Hope y'all are doing well. Happy VidCon week. We're at VidCon this week. That's what we got coming up, so hopefully we can get all the work done that needs to be done before we are gone for 4 days. We're leaving tomorrow night to drive down to VidCon, to Anaheim. Because Wednesday's the setup day, and then we'll be chilling at the convention Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Again, we won't be at the booth the whole time. We'll be walking around, seeing other stuff, but mug of the day, real good one. Recaffeinator from our former assistant, Veronica, who's great. We got Michael in the chat, social media coordinator Michael. He's here. And we will be watching the Nosferatu trailer, don't you worry. We got lots of trailers to watch, so let's get into the news real fast so we can get to those delicious, tasty trailers. Okay, the monkey. That's this one, Skeleton Crew. This collection of short stories, if you didn't know, Stephen King writes a lot of short stories, and a lot of people think that that's actually where his best writing comes from, as opposed to the feature-length novels that he is also well known for. I mean, the man can't stop writing, but he's always written a lot of short stories too, and has done collections of short stories. This particular one, Skeleton Crew from 1985, features The Mist, features The Raft, which was brought to the screen in Creepshow 2, and it also features The Jaunt, which is an incredible short that is referenced heavily in Emesis Blue, so I talked a bit about it in that kill count. But the latest story from it that's going to be getting a big screen adaptation is The Monkey. It's a famous one. I feel like growing up, I always saw this image of this monkey with the symbols, this little monkey toy. So, is that music still too loud? Let me do this. So we got a feature film adaptation of it coming our way next year, February. So pretty soon, ish, early next year. And what's great is that it's directed by Osgood Perkins, who made Longlegs, which is about to hit theaters next month, and that everyone should see. We got the chance to see it early, and it is still probably our favorite horror movie of the year. Longlegs is fantastic, and that has me excited for anything that Osgood does. So I'll be looking out for this. Stars Tatiana Maslany, who I've always praised from her work in Orphan Black. Also got Elijah Wood, huge horror fan. Former Hobbit, Elijah Wood. Rohan Campbell from Halloween Ends, Corey, everyone's favorite character, Corey. And a bunch of other people. Oh yeah, Theo James from The White Lotus. So, looking forward to that, February. Speaking of Tatiana Maslany, she's also going to be starring in The Night Beast, which I was going to skip this article just to get to more stuff, but then I read the description of the pilot, so I guess this is a series for Amazon. And it follows a young mother who is unsatisfied with her seemingly perfect suburban life, so she begins an affair with the boogeyman in her son's closet, a surprisingly sexy man called the Night Beast. What? Yeah. All right. I'll watch that. A surprisingly sexy boogeyman called the Night Beast. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out. Cool. So, this is curious. There's going to be a M3GAN, it's not a spin-off, M3GAN Universe movie. Soulmatey from Atomic Monster and Blumhouse, who gave us M3GAN. Y'all know I love M3GAN. Fucking love M3GAN. Can't wait for M3GAN 2.0 next year. But we've got Soulmate coming. So this is billed as a 90s erotic thriller. I'm gonna I'm just gonna go ahead and press X for doubt with that one. I love what James Wan does, and I think Blumhouse is really important for the genre. I don't think either of them have done anything that would have me believe that this is going to be a 1990s erotic thriller, but I'd be happy to be proven wrong. Because, like, we did just have a 1990s erotic thriller type movie in Suitable Flesh, which played Joe Bobo on Joe Bob's show on Shudder. And I don't think this will be that. But we'll see. You know, the 90s erotic thrillers like Basic Instinct and those style films. I think of the more direct to premium cable type films. I don't know Kate Dolan. I don't know You Are Not My Mother. But the story is by James Wan and his wife, actress Ingrid Bisu, who also came up with the story for Malignant. Also not familiar with Raphael Jordan. But this is about a man who acquires an artificially intelligent android to cope with the loss of his recently deceased wife, and inadvertently turns a harmless love bot into a deadly soulmate. Sure. Okay. I don't know why it'll take place in, like, will it be made by, I forget the name of the toy company, Funky? Will it be made by Funky? I don't know. It seems weird to have a film that's ostensibly an erotic thriller take place in the same universe as your PG-13 horror comedy, but I don't know, whatever. Because what did Juan say? This is a seductive addition to the M3GAN universe. Saying something's a seductive addition to the M3GAN universe, and then M3GAN pops up in your head, this child doll. I'm like, ugh. Okay. But we'll see how the movie is. It's a weird thing to me in my brain. Mike Flanagan's Exorcist film has a release date. It'll be out in March of 2026. So got about a year and a half, a year and 9 months before we get that. But, you know, good that they're not rushing it. In Flanagan, we trust. Can't wait to see what happens here. This is, if you weren't aware, they were originally going to do a trilogy of Exorcist films, starting with The Exorcist Believer, all made by David Gordon Green. Due to its, where was it? Due to its poor and polarizing response, they scrapped that entire idea, and they decided that they're just going to give The Exorcist to Mike Flanagan. No plans or indication that it'll be a trilogy, which I think is always good. Just make a movie. You don't have to plan it out to be like a trilogy. Just make a good movie. And they're giving it to Mike. And Mike's shit is the best, man. It's the best shit. So, can't wait for that. We'll see what he does with it. There was a report on the whole Friday the 13th series. It's behind a paywall on the Wrap, so I wasn't able to read any of the details about it, but this GameSpot, sorry, not GameStop. They're not buying your old Xbox game and then telling you about the Friday the 13th series. This GameSpot summary mentions a little bit about how, you know, their sources are saying some people thought it was the writers, Brian Fuller and Jim Danger Gray. Other people thought it was A24. Apparently A24 didn't have a writer's room or something. I don't know. It seems like it was a fucking mess, so just give us a Friday the 13th movie. Yeah, sure. There was discussion of Charlize Theron being Pamela Voorhees, and they wanted to use the episodes to deconstruct and remix the original Friday the 13th movies. That could have been cool, actually, because there are so many of those movies, and if you take elements from all of it and kind of mix it up in between the different episodes. And then additionally, Scream screenwriter Kevin Williamson was writing an episode that would have been set entirely on Crystal Lake when it was frozen during the winter. The report compared that episode to Game of Thrones' Red Wedding. Really? it was... You can't just compare an episode to the Red Wedding. In a first season show, Red Wedding was the culmination of multiple seasons of a huge cast of characters and storylines and powder keg plots all coming to a head and just like losing incredible main characters from the show in the most violent, horrific way possible. You can't just compare an episode that you're writing in a hypothetical first season of a Friday the 13th series to the Red Wedding. Whatever, though. Alright. Oh, yeah, that's that. Jordan Peele's 4th movie has a release date, but oh man, is it painfully far away. It is October 2026. Whew, that is 2 years and 5 months from now. That sucks. That is rough. It was originally supposed to come out this Christmas. Damn. I don't know what happened with that. I don't know why it had, what the drastic change in release date is. And we have no details about what it'll be about. But in any case, man, you can't, exactly, Noah Nelson, you can't rush art. You can't. He's doing some other stuff. He's working on a video game. He's producing a remake of People Under the Stairs. So, whatever. I just want it to be as good as, if it's as good as Us, I'm happy. If it's as good as Get Out or Nope, I'm fucking thrilled. I love Jordan Peele movies. I have said many times, Nope is probably my favorite horror movie of the 2020s so far. And I will eagerly await whatever it is. It just sucks that I will be eagerly awaiting for that long. That's so long. But, you know, it'll be here before you know it. And then years will continue to pass before you know it. And before you know it, you'll be an elderly person looking in the mirror and wondering where your youth has gone and why you don't have time anymore to do all the things that you wanted to do and that you couldn't find the time for. But now the time's not there. You'll never get it back. But you'll have that Jordan Peele movie to watch. Spirit Halloween has new animatronics. And, I got a bunch of them. I don't know, they look okay. I'm a person who buys animatronics. I love them. I got a bunch on my lawn every Halloween season. But, yeah, sorry. I got a little Ty West there for a moment, which is suiting. We're going to the Maxine premiere tonight. So maybe X is on the brain and I just had that thought. Just kidding. That's in my head every day. But, yeah, we're very excited about the fucking Maxine premiere. Can't wait to do that. I'll try to post some stuff on, like, Instagram. Stay tuned to our Instagram tonight. But, yeah, like, this art looks a little funky. I don't know. I'll probably end up buying the art. No, ad. I didn't want to make... Oh, well, it's long legs, so that's almost acceptable. But look at this. No, long legs, please, please. I can't even close you because you're too big. There. Look at this guy. Alright. I mean, you know what? Some of these are good. Oh, the Corpse Bride. These look good. That's good. Yeah, Scarecrow. You know. If you want, you can fuck him if you're Pearl. Oh, is that Steam coming out? That's kind of cool. Oh, I like Ball Bear. I like Bear on Ball. That's fun. Ooh. Not allowed to get this one. Housemate hates spiders. Yeah, that clown's okay. Oh, is this weird little, like, alien corpse zombie thing? Oh, it is a little alien. Look at that. That's fun. Very Killer Clowns-esque there, and, oh, there's a lot of fucking animatronics. That's just a guy. Come on. That's just a guy. That looks like a strong man from the 1920s in a striped shirt, but it's like the strong man competitions aren't paying what they used to, so he's got to get a job as like a circus barker. He's just totally fucking ripped under that. He's like, ugh, just trying to get back to my weightlifting. All right. Keira Sedgwick and Kevin Bacon want to direct a horror movie with their daughter, Sosie Bacon, who was in Smile. She will not be in Smile 2. Yeah, that's that. They want to direct a horror movie. Cool. And here's, okay, Universal Orlando has this crazy theme park coming out. What's it called? Universal Epic Universe. Damn, I think that's the worst name. You want to go to Epic Universe? I guess. And the fact that it's Universal Epic Universe. Fucking epic. Epic Universe. Yeah, I think that name is really dumb. But what is cool is that one of the lands within the Epic Universe is going to be a dark universe. Everything's a fucking universe. With all the Universal monsters, which is fucking cool. They're classics. They're great. Dr. Victoria Frankenstein, of course, great-great-granddaughter of Henry Frankenstein, continuing his misguided experiments. There's like a Frankenstein ride. A werewolf spinning family coaster, okay. A makeup experience, always fun. Meet the monsters, you gotta get pictures with them. Das Steakhouse. Yeah, these restaurants actually sound like the best part to me. I want to go there and eat at the Burning Blade Tavern. Burning Blade. Is Flameheart gonna be there? Get your Flameheart grilled steaks. But here's a fun thing. Here's this trailer. We're not gonna watch all 6 minutes of it, but I will just skip forward a little bit to
place in an area that's really been taken over and inhabited by our mystics.
And you see here the new Maleva, and put in the wagon and sent out into the woods. This is an incredibly thrilling, family-friendly spinning coaster.
It's absolutely going to be fun. I can't wait.
It can't be incredibly thrilling and family-friendly.
The Burning Windmill is a classic part of Universal Monster lore. And so when we created the Dark Universe, we knew that we had to create a burning windmill.
There's the windmill, right in front of you, and suddenly it bursts into flames.
Oh, that's cool.
Inside the Burning Blade is a wonderful little tavern, and this is the place where the Hound...
Who are those fine people enjoying a drink at the Burning Blade Tavern? They look familiar. People started tweeting this at us. I don't know if it could be a coincidence. I'm not going to definitively state that someone at Universal snuck us into their concept art, because that feels egotistical to say. But that really looks like Chelsea. I mean, to be fair, that could just be a white guy with a beard. We get mistaken for each other all the time. Trust me. But that looks like Chelsea. So I don't know if someone did that. It's AI. It doesn't look like, it does look a little AI-y, right? With the other two folks sitting there enjoying a meal. That looks, I don't know if it is, but yeah, ask Ben, brand manager and producer Ben, who is of course the reason these live streams are able to happen. Ask him how much us white guys with beards get mistaken for each other, because boy, did people always mistake Ben for me in his cameos and Zoran's episodes of Kill Counts. People are always like, why does James look a little different? So, this is not me. But that looks a lot like me and Chelsea. And I am going to assume that that's intentional. Maybe. I don't know. Cool, though. I think that's cool. That, like, that however this wound up happening, that we are in the concept art for the horror-based theme park at Universal. I think that's cool. Okay, on to the trailers. Let's start with Nosferatu. This is from Robert Eggers, his first film since The Northman, which was not really horror, as upsetting as it was, but Robert Eggers, of course, gave us The Lighthouse and The Witch, two movies that I love. Lighthouse was one of my 3 favorites of 2019. The Witch kicked off Anya Taylor-Joy's career. She was phenomenal in it, and look at her now. So he's been wanting to do this Nosferatu movie for a long time, and I can't believe it's actually happening. I assumed it would be something like, you know, Flanagan's Dark Tower series, or Guillermo del Toro's, what did he really want to make? Was it also a Nosferatu? Or a Frankenstein? In any case, Eggers finally has this happening. So let's see what the trailer looks like. We got 2 minutes. Yeah, it was Frankenstein. That's right. Yeah. It just seemed like one of those projects like that a filmmaker would always want to make but never be able to. Oh, At the Mouth of Madness. You're right. Ian's Cult Gaming. Guillermo del Toro is doing Frankenstein. Has always wanted to do At the Mouth of Madness, which is an incredible Lovecraft story. I read it. It's so good. We'll probably never get that movie, which sucks. But, all right. Nosferatu. And people are also saying that Guillermo del Toro has always wanted to do Creature of the Black Lagoon. The guy just wants to do everything. That's fine. Let him do it. All right. Nosferatu.
Come to me. Come to me. Hear my call. Come to me.
Nice typeface there. Very period appropriate.
My dreams grow darker. Does evil come from within us? Or from beyond?
He is coming.
Is that Willem? Being naked and weird?
He is coming to us.
Whoa, that's a big hand.
He's coming.
Who is coming to you, my child? We are here encountering the vampire.
Always got his wolves with him.
Nosferatu.
Yes. Yes. Oh, you can barely hear it? Shit, I'm sorry. Well, I guess watch it for yourself. I'll make it louder for the next trailer. I'm sorry. It's tough to I don't hear the same mix as you, so I don't know how the volumes are comparing between myself and the thing. Awesome. This looks really cool. I wish I had the cast listed, because I know that it has a lot of Eggers regulars. Reggers? It's got a bunch of Reggers. And Willem Dafoe, there was a conversation, I think on Reddit, a few days ago about, like, which actors are just universally loved. Does anyone not like Willem Dafoe? Like, the guy is so fucking great. He's hilarious. He is able to make fun of himself. He's able to choose really weird projects. Yes, Bill Skarsgård is in this. Jordan, Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway, I'm sorry to tell you, is not universally loved. Do you remember Les Mis and the whole Oscar thing around there? I like Anne Hathaway. She is not universally loved. I'm sorry. I am a big fan. But Willem Dafoe, on the other hand, is someone who I don't think anyone could have a negative thing to say about. Is she now? Has she recovered from that Oscar campaign? Maybe. Anyway, Willem Dafoe, who's just in Poor Things, and who was great, and who reminded me of Poor Things when he was like, "Turn me, my child." Yeah, this little scene.
He's coming.
Who is coming to my child?
Yeah, that felt very Poor Things style Willem Dafoe. But yeah, you forget, because with some of these directors like Jordan Peele, Robert Eggers, Ari Aster, they take their time making movies. Not everyone can pump out projects nonstop like Mike Flanagan. Flanagan's one of the only people I can think of who can do it with that frequency and still maintain that high quality. Other directors like these guys take their time and many years to do the next project. I mean, even with Eggers, it's not that many years, considering his production design, the research that he does into these films that are often period pieces, meaning they have to have, the set dressing, the production design, the costuming, all these things have to be period accurate, and Eggers is not someone who will skimp on that. He will not cut corners. He will make sure that all of these fucking fabrics were available at the time period that this takes place, which I'm not sure entirely when this would be. I'm assuming we're still in carriages. I'm not seeing cars, so what? This is probably late 19th century, I'm assuming. But, like, not all of this is going to be practical. The scale does, I assume, lend itself to having some, comped visual effects shots, but I know that Eggers is going to make it so good. I mean, they built that entire little witch village that they lived in, and I wouldn't be surprised. I'm wondering where they found these facades. I'm sure they didn't build them themselves. It almost looks like a Universal backlot, which is kind of accurate to the look of, Dracula stories. But this whole little town, this looks phenomenal. I can't wait for this. I'm sure it'll be creepy. I'm sure it'll be weird. And then if you didn't know, I just assume that people are familiar with Nosferatu. Nosferatu is based on Bram Stoker's Dracula novel, and it's from the original Nosferatu is from 1920s German film. Great film, silent film. I considered doing a kill count on it before I realized, like, ooh, this would be difficult, and also it's a movie from the 1920s. I'm not sure how many people would be interested in that, but so this is, I guess, a remake, because the whole thing with Nosferatu is they had to change all the names in the film to try to avoid legal disputes with the Dracula book. So that's why it's Nosferatu, not Dracula. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. You're right. You may also know Nosferatu from SpongeBob. Actually, you know what? What's funny is that even though I watched SpongeBob, and I'm probably a little bit older than people who watched SpongeBob a lot, but I had already known about Nosferatu before I saw him in SpongeBob. Even though I was like a kid watching SpongeBob, I was like, oh, it's Nosferatu. Yeah, 1920s vampire. I watched Nosferatu a lot, yeah. Oh, and Werner Herzog remade it in 1979, so it's been around. Cool. Next trailer. The Front Room. Starring Brandy. We talked a bit about this on a previous live stream. Also, in my house growing up, we always called it the front room. And then when I started dating Chelsea and I would call rooms the front room, she was like, why the fuck are you saying front room? It's the living room. I was like, no, it's the front room. Then I found out that fancy houses have both. You have a living room and a front room. But for us, we didn't have multiple fucking rooms. We had the kitchen and the front room. And then all the bedrooms. But Chelsea always looks at me like I'm a bumpkin when I call something the front room. And we grew up calling it the front room. Sounds weird. Some people call it front room. Do you have a back room? No, we didn't have a back room. We didn't have all these rooms growing up, dude. We had a kitchen and a front room. And a basement. That's all we had. I was born into a living room family. Never heard of a front room in my life, Midnight Queen. What was the front room? It was where the front door was. You have a front door. Living room and family room? Now that's getting confusing. What does the family do in the family room that they can't do in the living room? What's the living room then? Whatever. Front room.
No, no regrets. No, I will have no.
Babe, my dad is dead.
Oh,
Your father's final request was he wants you to take your mother into your home.
I'm willing to give you all the money I got.
creepy mom.
Pay off the house with that money.
Everything in me is telling me to run away.
Welcome home, Solange.
Oh, what's in there?
Yeah, that's the nursery.
I already love this old
It's
lady.
my room now.
She just took over that baby's room.
I do not know my granddaughter's name.
We're gonna name her Fern.
Not a plant you got growing in there? Used to be parents understood names gotta have power. Your father, what was his name?
I didn't know him really well.
Call that a broken family.
What the hell?
She thinks that the Holy Spirit possesses her and gives her power.
I can't practice my face. Not like I used to.
Uh-oh.
You don't know what real racism is.
You're gonna tell me?
Have I offended you?
Holy shit. Your stepmother is literally evil.
Do you fear the Lord?
No.
Fear me?
She said that you hit her.
She wants you to think it was me. She wants to replace me. I am her mother.
Oh, no, yeah. Hey, oh, no, yeah.
This is my house. Being cooped up with a newborn and a mother-in-law can drive anyone crazy.
Help me, Belinda.
My name is Belinda. Belinda.
Oh, shit. This looks fun. This looks like a lot of fun. Oh, man. I am already obsessed with that lady. Oh, God, that mother-in-law looks great. Looks like we already got a guy who might be able to compete in another worst husbands bracket, man. If he's believing his crazy old mom over his wife. Brandy, welcome back to the genre. I don't know if you've been here since your stay in Brazil, and I still know what you did last summer. Oh, no, it was a Brazil question that they answered, they weren't actually in Brazil. Welcome back. You look great. I saw someone say Brandy doesn't age. No, folks. Everyone ages. She looks great, but she does age. It's okay to age. It's fine to age. You can age and still look great. But were they going to Brazil? No, it was in the Caribbean, right? This looks fucking great. I remember reading about this and like just the synopsis didn't do anything for me. I was like, oh, okay. Brandy's gonna be in a horror movie. Great. I can't wait to see this woman in action. This old lady just seems so campy. I was already assuming we would get some like racist remarks from her just due to her age and because it's a movie where why she look so weird here? I love it. What is Catherine Hunt? But like the fact that she's like a daughter of the Confederacy thing. Oh, great. Oh, Catherine Hunter was in Poor Things. Who was she in Poor Things? Oh, she doesn't look anything like that character here. That's great. Also, what That's her birth name? Greek? Oh, wow. I understand why you would have a stage name, I guess. I would love to hear how this is pronounced, because I'm not even going to attempt it. Swiney in Poor Things. Who was she in Swiney? She's the brothel owner, that's right! And she's great in that, too, dude! Oh, she's awesome. You're right, she's like the tatted up brothel owner in Poor Things. Well, that's great. I'm so excited to see her in this horror movie and see how fucking weird it's gonna be. Oh, and that's right, I forgot. No wonder it looks so good. It's written and directed by the Eggers brothers, which does not include Robert. Apparently, he has a pair of twin brothers, Max and Sam, and they're doing this. They wrote and directed this film. I believe one of them, maybe Max, they've worked on his films before. I think one of them has a writing credit on The Lighthouse, maybe? Or like a story by credit. And then the other, Max Eggers is a writer on The Lighthouse. Thank you, Ben. And then I think Sam did another crew position on one of Robert's films, but I can't fucking wait. I can't wait for this, man. Cool. I'm super excited for this. When's this come out? September. Great. We don't even have to wait that long. 3 months. Less than 3 months away. We got the front room. Oh, and she's in Harry Potter as well. Catherine Hunter is. Cool. And then this poor guy didn't get his name in the credits, but I mean, you know, when you're up against Brandy and Catherine Hunter, Harry Potter royalty, I understand that. What is he, is he in anything? Nothing I recognize, but like I said, looks like he's ready to be a shitty husband. I love the little look when he's carrying his mom away. Oh, did I already click away from it? And she just gives the little look of like, I got him. I told you. No, not that. I love this shot. That's very... This feels like an Eggers shot. I feel bad for these guys because, of course, they're going to be compared to their brother. God, she's Jill Robertson herself, man. And then this little, like, got ya. Great. I can't wait for this, man. Oh, she's in Andor, too, which I've heard is really good. Awesome. Okay. Smile 2. This came out, like, right after last week's stream, so I'm sure most of you have already seen this, but I haven't. So, you'll get to see me react to Smile 2 right now. Let's watch it. Is this like a Lady Gaga style pop star?
Hello?
No, get away from me! What? What is it? Get away from me!
Louis?
Oh. Fuck. This is gonna get demonetized. Oh, got that upside down shot.
Something really crazy is happening to me. I keep seeing this face everywhere.
You witnessed a death. Now it's latched onto you.
We're gonna have a lot of cool outfits in this movie, I bet.
Stop smiling at me!
Those other backup dancers?
That's a pretty cool shirt you got. Want me to sign it?
Yeah, I remember reading about this, having the premise of it being a pop star, which is interesting. I expected to see more of it in this trailer about how you're seeing people smiling at you all the time. So when you have this affliction, this curse, it's really difficult to tell which smiles are sincere and which ones are this demon. But I'm sure that'll be present in the film. It just kind of goes along with the premise of a pop star or any famous person being surrounded by people who are trying to get their attention, people who are smiling at them. Smile, if you recall, was the highest grossing horror film of 2022, which is the year of horror films, at least as far as my lifetime goes. Smile outgrossed all the other ones. Not necessarily saying it was the best one, but it was the most popular at the box office, so I'm curious to see how Smile 2 does. It was inevitable that they made this based on that box office success. You can file it under movies that I don't think need a sequel at all, but could be good. Could be a good one. I've learned not to write off sequels just because I don't think they're necessary, because sometimes they're really good. And this does have Parker Finn returning to direct and write, so it's the same filmmaker. It's not like it got handed off to someone who doesn't really know the material. I thought he did a great job with the first film. I think it's effectively scary. I think even this first scene where the fan bursts into her apartment, it's tense. I just like the way he films, and it always has me on edge while I'm watching the movie. Smile was really suspenseful, and throughout the entire time watching that in theaters, I was just like really scared. So I'm excited to see Smile 2, and that will be out in October. So, like, I mean, the fact that it's coming out in October, it's the sequel to a highly successful film. I wouldn't be surprised if this is also the highest grossing horror film this year, October 18th. I don't know what has that right now. I think it's something like Night Swim or Imaginary or one of those movies. I don't think it's anything that was also critically lauded. I don't think Longlegs will get there just because it's, you know, kind of a more niche film, more art house film. And we're just talking box office now. So Smile, I think, will come out at the right time with the right amount of appeal. And as we just saw with Inside Out 2, sequels to well-regarded films can make a lot of money. Again, good job Inside Out 2. I saw some people, when I was celebrating its box office success last week, being like, that's not the only movie that's done well this year. Not the only movie that's done well, but is the first, like, blockbuster hit of this year. Like, other films, you know, Bad Boys 4 and Godzilla and some other films have done fine, have been successes. But Inside Out 2 is like a fucking mega hit. It's gonna probably reach 1.5 billion worldwide when all is said and done. Happy for theater owners, happy for the box office to do that. Too bad the director's gonna remake Possession next. Like I said, man, I've learned to not write things off before they come out because sometimes they can be very good. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. The Inheritance. I'm kind of running out of time here. And we got how many more trailers? The Blue Rose, Inheritance, and here, I want to watch the Quiet Place game trailer, and then I might have to skip these other two. I'm sorry to them, but I do have to get ready for my workout because my trainer will be here in 15 minutes. So let's watch the Quiet Place trailer, and then maybe I can watch the other two next week, maybe? I don't know. Here we go. Footage captured in engine. You know what? It's already not another asymmetrical multiplayer game, so I'm interested. Unless it is. Unless this is just like the opening cutscene and then it's like, 2 of you are Death Angels. The rest of you are... Ah! Wait, where'd that body come from? Oh my god, is it gonna have a game mechanic where you have to use an inhaler every so often, or else you die of asthma? Thank you, Vivian. What is this doodad? It's single player and story based. Fun. Nice. Oh, you dummy. You gotta look where you're going. Can't be stepping on glass. This could be interesting, dude. A game. It's like a stealth mission game where you have to be quiet or else you get murdered by monsters. That could be great. I remember Alien Isolation being a very stealthy game where you're trying to move around without the monster finding you. But in this one, it looks like you have a gauge to measure your noise. I don't know, that could be real cool. It doesn't say when it comes out, but it does come out this year. PC, PS5, and Xbox. So if you can die from low insulin on an oil rig, then you might... Exactly. Yeah, the fact that it's a single-player, story-based game is really exciting to me. We just played Still Wakes the Deep. If you recall, last week we watched the trailer for it, and I thought that looked really cool. So, Chelsea and I played that game, and it was a cool 5.5 hours of playtime. We did 2 streams, and you can catch those on this channel on Dead Meat Presents. They're in the horror games playlist. They're also just in the videos list. You can watch those. Those are publicly available. We'll probably do if I can spare the editor's work, we'll do like a cut down of the gameplay that we did, like our streams. And then I'm even considering a kill count on it just because it was so concise and pretty linear and straightforward. So if this game is of a similar nature, maybe we could have that format going forward. We do a live stream or 2 or however many to finish a game. We do a cut down of the live streams to for anyone who wants to just watch us play the game with highlights, and then maybe like a full-on kill count, perhaps. We'll see. We're always trying to figure out good things and new things to do on the channel that work. So I think this is a cool premise for a game. It's a cool universe, A Quiet Place. I was blown away by the first one. Second one I didn't think was entirely necessary, but I am excited for day 1, which comes out this week, by the way. Yeah, real fast before I go, because I do want to talk Dead Meat news real fast. We've got the Totally Killer kill count came out last weekend. Really happy to see how many people checked the movie out because of the episode and how many people liked it as much as I did, because I fucking love Totally Killer. I think it's hilarious, and I'm glad that people were able to become aware of it due to the kill count, and I hope that continues to happen. We have In a Violent Nature podcast coming out this week on Wednesday. It's the I know that movie didn't hit wide release everywhere, so if you have to wait to watch it or listen to the podcast, that's fine. But for people who have seen it, you want to talk about it. It's a really interesting movie that we have a lot to say about. I think it's an hour 10 long episode, so that's on Wednesday, In a Violent Nature on the Dead Meat Podcast. This week, our kill count is Pearl. Totally Killer is streaming on Amazon Prime. It was an Amazon Prime release. Yes, this week, the kill count is Pearl, and I'm super excited for that to come out. It is, of course, in the same universe as Maxine, which has a wide release next week, I believe. Yeah, a week from this Friday. I'm going to see Maxine tonight. I'm so fucking excited. It'll be at the full-on premiere. I'm so glad that on Scream Dreams, we got to interview Ty West a couple of weeks ago. The episode's not out yet. It'll be out soon, but I got to meet him. Great guy. Awesome conversationalist. Really inspiring when it comes to filmmaking. Comes from a very much do-it-yourself background and just made me want to, make something. So it was great talking to him, and then because of that, I was able to score some tickets to this premiere, and I'm really excited to go to Maxine tonight. Again, check out the Instagram, Dead Meat James on Instagram. I'll try to post some stories and stuff. We're going to go with Barbara. So me and Chelsea will go with Barbara and Catherine from Scream Dreams. Will be a nice little group going on there. And yes, we will be at VidCon this week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, VidCon Anaheim at the Anaheim Convention Center. We have a booth. It's 209, I'm pretty sure is the number of the booth. We're by Mars Candy and NASA. And we're super pumped to be there. The build is looking fantastic. We got those collectible cards you can get after taking a personality quiz. We got the photo booth. We got merch. It's been so awesome. Headed by MK, our producer. A lot of work done by Fiona, our executive assistant. And we're so pumped to come down there. And if you see us at all at VidCon, please don't hesitate to say hi, get a picture, whether we're at the booth or not. Just not if we're like eating. I don't know if we'll be eating in any public areas, but if, if we're getting food, that's when you should be like, oh, they're eating. It's always a little, when we're like off to the side and like trying to just scarf down some food and someone comes up and is like, hey, can I get a picture? I'm like, okay, yeah, hey. I don't do this in pictures. I don't know why I did that, but cool. Thanks so much for coming to our live stream, coming to my TED Talk about horror movies, horror games, Dead Meat. Really enjoying this weekly live stream. As always, thanks to Ben Bellevue for making it possible. And after Pearl, the next kill count on July 5th is Immaculate, which I've said before. And then I think we can go ahead and say the one after that. On July 12th, we will do a kill count for this year's Best Original Picture winner at the Dead Meat Horror Awards. We will have a kill count on When Evil Lurks. And listen to this, man. I will try once to make the episode suitable for YouTube. I don't think it'll work, and assuming it doesn't, we will release that episode uncut. There's a lot going on in that movie. Self-harm from people who are possessed, violence done to children, and I don't want to have to edit it down enough to get it monetized and to have it not be age restricted. I don't want to butcher the movie like that. It'll just frustrate me. It'll annoy me when I can't talk about what's happening. If I have to talk around the people killing themselves due to the possession, I don't want to fucking do that for such a powerful film like that. So we will likely release that video just uncut. Which means it'll be age restricted. So if you don't have your age verified, that's the thing that sucks, is plenty of adults want to watch it, but don't want to send YouTube a picture of their ID or whatever you have to do over in Europe. So, but that I just don't want to butcher an episode like that. So when Evil Lurks comes out, it'll just be what it is. Probably won't make ad revenue from it, but we have a sponsor, so that's fine. And the age restriction will probably hurt, but hopefully people who are able to watch it enjoy it and can appreciate it, because I just don't want to butcher that movie for the episode. But that's what we have. Yeah, Epic Airhead. In the US, I don't think you have to send YouTube your ID to verify your age. I don't remember having to do that. Cool. Thank you. I gotta get to my workout, and really appreciate it. Hope to see you at VidCon if you're able to make it. If not, we will, I'm sure you'll find us eventually. You'll track us down on this planet at some point. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go. Thanks, everybody. Bye.